And this is it, folks. After this very video, I will be done with the prequels once and for all. Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Welcome back to my Star Wars marathon, and yes, this is the final installment. Because come tomorrow, I will finally see Star Wars The Force Awakens. Woohoo! But just like a little kid, I have to eat my spinach first and talk about another prequel before I get my dessert. And a word of warning to all you guys, this video once again will contain spoilers. You have been warned. So Star Wars Episode 3 takes place 3 years after the events of Attack of the Clones. And we now find ourselves in the middle of the so-called Clone Wars. And this may come as a surprise to you, but I don't actually hate this movie as much as I hate Episode 1 or 2. Granted, I still don't think it's a great movie by any means, but it actually has some moments. So the movie starts and the audience is just exposed to this gigantic battle above Coruscant, which looks actually pretty fucking cool. Anakin and Obi-Wan are assigned with a rescue mission because Chancellor Palpatine has been taken hostage by Count Dooku. And right there again, that's stupid. Why would Count Dooku, who knows that Chancellor Palpatine is actually his master, kidnap him for show? I mean, well, anyways, Anakin and Obi-Wan spare off with him once again. Obi-Wan gets knocked unconscious. And Anakin, well, he decapitates Dooku, which is the point of the entire intro. We needed to get rid of Dooku. But we have another main villain in General Grievous, and holy shit, what were they thinking when they came up with this piece of shit? Seriously, it's like the villains in the prequels get continuously worse. We've had Darth Maul in Episode 1, who was actually quite badass. Then we've had Count Dooku in Attack of the Clones, who was pretty much generic. And now we have this abomination, who is just laughable. Well, anyways, the rescue mission succeeds, and our heroes arrive safe and sound on Coruscant again. And this is where Padme approaches Anakin, and she's like, I'm pregnant. Yes, we all knew that this was meant to happen. But again, they beat you over the head with their stupid forced dialogue. You are so beautiful. Only because I'm so in love. Anyhow, the Jedi Council, who finally decided to do something, sends Obi-Wan to track down General Grievous, kill him, and end this war once and for all, while Yoda decides to go to Kashyyyk, yes, the home planet of Chewbacca, in order to assist the Wookiees in their war against the Separatists. But right there again, you can definitely tell that they were like, oh shit, when shit goes down, we need to get rid of Obi-Wan and Yoda, so let's just send them to some random planet. And yes, the entire Kashyyyk scene, while it's cool to see the home planet of the Wookiees, this was pretty much a way to shoehorn Chewbacca into the movie, who does nothing. He's only in the movie so we can sell new Chewbacca toys, yes. And Obi-Wan's bearing off with General Grievous. Again, it's unwillingly funny, it's weird, it's cliche. General Grievous is not menacing whatsoever, and once he's gone, you're like, okay, another character that I hated is gone. But while Yoda and Obi-Wan are gone, Anakin spends some time with Palpatine, and this is actually a very cool scene. The opera scene, because Palpatine makes use of a fable, which adds so much more to the mythology of the Force and the Sith in general, and that is quite cool. However, that scene is also destroyed when Anakin is too fucking stupid to realize that Palpatine is in fact the Sith Lord of his own story. So he has to once again make use of expositional dialogue to say, you know what? I am the Sith Lord. And you're like, oh, for fuck's sake. The subtlety in that scene was so awesome, and they destroyed it again. Anakin reports Chancellor Palpatine to Mace Windu, who's like, you know what? You've gained my trust. I will arrest that fucker with my Jedi friends, but you stay put. And that scene with Anakin looking out of the window and Padme looking out of her apartment window is actually a very powerful scene. Why? Because there's no dialogue whatsoever. It's just tension, the music, and you feel the pain inside of Anakin Skywalker. And I'm like, whoa, maybe Hayden Christensen is not such a bad actor. Maybe it's just the stupid fucking dialogue. But it's like for every scene that I love about this movie, there's another scene that I hate. Because the fight between Mace Windu, his Jedi friends, and Chancellor Palpatine, wow. In half of the Jedi, they just don't do anything. They just stand there defenseless and yeah, they get their asses killed. which leads to Anakin walking in on Mace Windu about to kill Palpatine. And Palpatine uses Force lightning to grill Mace Windu, however he deflects it and it fucks up his face. And so now he looks the way he does in Return of the Jedi. But again, I thought his face was fucked up because he was so corrupted and evil. Hence the yellow eyes and everything. No, it's just a face burn. Which again doesn't make sense because later on in the movie when Anakin is twisted and turned, his eyes turn yellow. Continuity, mythology, it is what it is. So Anakin actually helps Palpatine, who promised him that he may find a way to save his wife because Anakin constantly dreams of her dying, cuts off Mace Windu's hand and Palpatine kills him. And this is the most rushed and random turn I've ever seen. Okay, the point of the prequel saga was to show us how Anakin Skywalker turned to Darth Vader. And after Mace Windu is dead, Palpatine just goes like, oh, you know what? You're now Darth Vader. And by the way, kill some kids. He's like, okay, my master. I'm like, what? 10 minutes ago, you were like, we can't kill anyone. We can't kill unarmed prisoners. And now you're cool with executing children? The fuck? But this leads to a very powerful scene actually. Order 66. Palpatine orders all of his clone troopers to execute Order 66, which means pretty much killing all their Jedi generals. And that is such a powerful scene. All the Jedi generals just dying, and it's actually quite sad. The soundtrack also adds a lot to the scene, but the scene that always gets me is when Yoda just drops his cane, grabs his heart, and he's like showing us something subtle without expositional dialogue. So Yoda and Obi-Wan are the only ones who survive the attack, I guess, and they're like, you know what? We have to kill those fuckers. Again, they went in there with the intention to murder the Emperor and to murder Anakin. And I'm like, that's not really Jedi-ish. So Yoda decides to fight the Emperor while Obi-Wan is supposed to kill Anakin. I have to admit, both of those fights are actually pretty fucking cool, even though I'm still not a fan of Yoda wielding a lightsaber. But the cool thing is that the majority of the fight between Yoda and Darth Sidious, who is now the Emperor, that's right, he transformed the Republic into the Empire in a very cool scene. But I love how during their fight, they actually make use of the Force a lot more than of lightsabers. Because that's how it's supposed to be. And yeah, the fight between Anakin and Obi-Wan ensues after Anakin nearly chokes Padme to death for some random reason. The fight between Obi-Wan and Anakin is actually pretty cool at the beginning. However, at some point, it just becomes ridiculous. Seriously, they're swinging around like Tarzan. There's this one scene where Anakin just surfs on that droid in the lava. It's a huge close-up and it looks so ridiculous. It always reminded me of Turtles in Time, the SNES video game. So Obi-Wan cuts Anakin into pieces. His entire body pretty much burns away. And again, Obi-Wan yells, I loved you. And I'm like, whoa. Didn't the piece of shit Attack of the Clones movie tell us that Jedi are not supposed to love? But this leads to another pretty cool scene. While Padme is in labor, giving birth to Luke and Leia, we see Anakin finally being operated on and getting the suit of armor, you know, the Darth Vader suit. And after such a powerful scene, again, they had to ruin it. How? First of all, Padme dies of a broken heart. Ha! Gay! That's just stupid. I'm sorry, but and it doesn't make sense. Why does Padme die? Leia did remember her mother. Vader, on the other hand, he had to yell, no! And I don't get that either. So very quickly they tried to tie up all loose ends. Obi-Wan taking Luke to Tatooine. And it's the end of our movie. Now I can tell you, this movie is by no means whatsoever a great film, but I do believe that it has some redeeming qualities, which is why Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, gets the bronze medal. And that concludes my Star Wars marathon. I will get back to you with my Star Wars The Force Awakens review very soon. Thank you guys, as always, for watching, and if you like what you see here and you want to see more, then just subscribe.